Everybody, it's Andy, aka Max Ryder. We are here in the village of... I have an idea for a name, but we haven't named it yet. But hopefully by next time I'm on here, we will have a name for this village. For now, I'm going to call it Trio, because there are three of us. 1, 2, 3. Dang. There are three of us. We kind of set up here. 1, 2, 3. But kind of, and what I'm thinking about doing is putting a tower on top of this hill, just a little 2-story tower, and then possibly moving out of this little house here and into it. But at least building a tower here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute, no, it's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to go down all the way there. All right, let me get up. Let me get. What do you call it? That's from our live stream. Let me get a foundation set down, and I will be right back. Okay, we got our foundation set down. This won't take us long, and very quickly I'm going to try to tell you all about my last Call of Cthulhu game. This one was called Nightmare in the Moonlight, and it's an original Call of Cthulhu game, one that I wrote up. What it involves is a man trapped in his own nightmares, and basically it's based on The Thing in the Moonlight. I forget the writer of that particular story, but it's about a psychologist who finds a one of his patients who can't really read or write very well, writes out this little very short story about a man trapped in his dreams by a trolley car, hounded by these terrible creatures with no face but long, reddish, bloody-looking tongues. We have no doors? It's kind of surprising. Anyway. So when the psychologist comes to a character who's playing a union activist and says, I need your help with this, the activist, of course, wanting to help his fellow man, says, of course, I want to help my fellow man. You know, basically. So they get set up, and he goes and contacts a few other people. We've got a federal agent working with the United States Bureau of Investigation. We've got a big game hunter whom he knows. We've got a... just going to do this and make some ladders. And then we've got some of the regular characters, including the dilettante, Miss Eddington, the rich Southern belle. We have Miss Fairfield, who is the reporter, and we have Bricker, the mechanic. And they decide to try to help this person out, try to figure out what's going on at least. Doggone it. So what they do find out is that, oh, you can see Steele Douglas made an enchanting house over there. It looks pretty nice. What they do find out is that something is terribly wrong. They go to this guy's house, and after searching around quite a bit, they find a letter from a friend, and then they find this weird warm spot and a divot in the bed that probably shouldn't be there, you know what I mean? I mean, there's nobody there, and so it's kind of freaking them out. They go and talk to the friend, and they learn from him that he got this draft from somebody named Mr. Lee in Chinatown. Providence had a very small Chinatown. It was about a block long. In 1927, which is when this scenario took place, November 1927, which is when the story takes place. So they go there. Mr. Lee is not terribly cooperative. He kind of figures out that they're up to something, and his little plan hinges on people not knowing what he's up to. So in the end, he doesn't help them at all. But when they cross the street and they go and they talk to a man across the street in a Chinese restaurant, a little man, who they are questioning about something completely different, about Lily Mitchell, which is something from earlier scenarios. He is with this white man who, ouch, introduces himself as Samuel Endicott. Says he's an oneurologist. Oneurologist? Something like that, which is essentially somebody who studies dreams. So this guy is a dream studier. Let's see what we've got in storage over here, so we don't have to make a whole bunch of new stuff. This has gone up super fast. I've gotten so used to making these little towers. It's a good place for a watchtower, though, because it's watching over the desert, and it's going to be the tallest structure in town right now. So he says, your friend's in danger. Mr. Lee's a terrible, evil man. Why would you even want to talk to him? What am I looking for here? I have the glass for the place. We need some fence. Do we have any fence post? We do not have any fence post. Okay. Okay. So he says, look, I might be able to help you. I'm an onerologist. I know how to hypnotize people. I can, I've seen some things, and I can possibly send you into your friend's dream, if you so desire. If that's what you want to do, you know, if you're sure about this, it's kind of hairy to go into other people's dreams. And so they say yes, we'll go into the dream. We don't really know this guy, but we want to help him. So they return to Howard Phillips, because that's the name of the guy who's having the dreams. They return to his house. We're going to have to get some steps here. What did I come there for? Oh yeah, fence. We don't have any, so we're just going to have to make some. This is always a pain. My dog's over there making noises. So they go back to Howard Phillips' house at 66 College Street. The onerologist shows up. They talk to him briefly. 9 is not enough. And he says, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hypnotize you. I'm going to send you into his dream. Try to help him. 21 is exactly what I need to be. It's so weird. I almost always get the exact number. So in they go. He hypnotizes each one of them. He gave him a little drop of another elixir that he said he made himself. Hypnotizes each one of them and sends them into the dream. They find the things that they read about. The swamp. Find the swamp. They find the tracks that lead to a trolley that doesn't run. They find a... what do you call it? Yeah, the trolley that doesn't run, and then they find Howard Phillips, who's there. First, is scared off of them because he thinks they're just a figment of his imagination, and then eventually he comes to realize that they're not. Then the things show up. There's 2 of them, a conductor and a motorman. So they end up having to deal with these things. They fight him off at first because they realize they have to get the motorman's controller handle. Controller handle on a car. Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry. Boom. In. The controller handle on one of these trolley cars is the only way to make it run. Otherwise, it's not going anywhere. I think we're going to have to build this hill up a little bit. If we put steps there, step there, step there, so we're going to be running steps all the way up here. Step here. Let's do this, this. Yeah. It'll get us all the way down to the road. I don't have a hoe. Okay. Do I have any steps? Let's find out if there's any steps. They spot the motorman, and the big game hunter actually scores. They shoot him up. They're hard to kill, but they do take damage. The big game hunter's got an elephant rifle. He fires both barrels and hits the one of them. I can't remember which one. A critical hit, so double damage. Does an amazing 70-some points of damage. Down the guy goes. They're like, "Yay, we won!" Then they realize the creatures are regenerating. They can't. They just can't die. You know what I mean? It's not just like, "Oh, okay, he's been shot, so he's dead, and we're done with him." These guys are gonna just keep coming back until. Whoa! Oh man, that hurt. They're just gonna keep coming back. Look at all these freaking skeletons. Zombies. So they end up getting the trolley going. They grab the thing. The conductor comes back to life, and they realize we can't just kill these things. They won't just like whoop dead. I might actually move into that tower. I haven't decided yet, but since right now where my bed is, sometimes the creatures can actually... They're too close to me to sleep, so I might move it. So they managed to fix... Let's get rid of a few things. Half slabs. Are there any chests in here? Nah, I'm going to have to make another chest for this place. The things, they spot the things ahead again. They're still there. They're coming. They're in other places, apparently. So, that's not good. Where's my travel bed? Huh. I don't know what I do with it. I must have thrown it out or something. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's make ourselves another bed. I like to have a bed for traveling, so I can make a day whenever I want to. Anyway, so they spot these things a few other times. The things chase the car. One of them jumps on board. They manage to get rid of it. Another time, one jumps on the roof, and then when it comes down through the just the wrong number of boards here. One of them comes down through the jumps down from the roof, and they manage to hold it off. Actually, they were trying to close the back door when the dilettante actually blows it away, just blasts it. So they're good to go there. There we go. The last time, both of the things howl at the moon, and all of a sudden, they hear a rumbling noise and hear a lot of noises, like there are a ton of these things. And they realize there are more than one. This is the first time they come to that realization. So, not looking back because they don't want to see it, they push on with the trolley. They end up... Oh, we're pretty much done. Oh, yeah, there's a nice view of everything. I might move out of here. I might move out of that other place and make this my home. I'd probably leave the bed and everything in here, but I would move my stuff. We'll let Andy Cam live down here in this nasty basement of his. Oh, God, he's so messed up. He's a creepy guy. But I might move what little I have here up into this second floor of this tower and make that my main home. So hopefully... Anyway, let me finish up real quick. So I'm not going to just stick this stuff back into the other chests. So the trolley line goes off the edge of the plateau that they're on, down into this giant pit that's probably a mile wide into darkness. And it's going down at an angle that the trolley should not stay on the tracks, but it's a dream, so it does. Going down into the pit is terrifying, but what's kind of worse is when they hear a slow clap. This chest is full. Okay, we'll deal with this later. And in the back there's a man with a beard and Egyptian-looking features, kind of swarthy and dark. And he thanks him for the entertainment, and he says that they did exceptionally well for who they are, blah, blah, blah. And kind of commends them, but at the same time he's like, I'm going to have to keep my eyes on you. And their best guess on that when they get... And then they all wake up, just as the motorman and the conductor show up to try to lunge at them and murder them. So their best guess is that that is Nyarlathotep, and that he is not terribly happy with what they did, but at the same time potentially amused, so at least he's not angry. So they save Howard Phillips. He wakes up too. His sanity's a little the worse for wear, but otherwise he's doing okay. And I've been wanting to do that kind of since we started this place. I thought this little tiny hill here would be a great place for a tower, because it already has a decent sized... It's already some... Oh no! It's already decently high, and so that way this tower is actually a lot taller than it would be, because we're up at least another 4 or 5 blocks. So, they also have an access to the Dreamland now, and can potentially... I could potentially take them on Dreamland adventures, because Dr. Endicott said that he would do so. So there you have it, guys. We've built a little watchtower for the village. It's not an amazing build, but it's kind of a fun little build. I enjoy these. I like how these look. And I've made my homes in watchtowers for quite a while. I could put a double chest there and a single chest there, a single chest there, and this could be my temporary home, and I think that's what's going to happen. So I think that's it. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I appreciate it, and I will talk to y'all next time.